Alright everyone, we're here at ShieKra at Busch Gardens, Tampa. We're going to give you an exclusive behind the scenes look at our coaster barn, and we got a special treat just for you. We're also going to give you a quick sneak peek at our panel while the ride is in operation, just so you guys can know what a typical workday for us looks like.
For the adventures of Pride Coaster Club.
Hey everyone, just make sure you subscribe to Pride Coaster Club just like we did. And ready? Alright, I'm going to introduce myself. Hello, my name is Stuart. I'm an assistant supervisor here at Busch Gardens. Over here is my lovely assistant supervisor, Corey. He works here at ShieKra. We're just going to give you guys a quick behind the scenes look. Before we get started off, I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple background information. So, ShieKra was built back in 2005. Its manufacturer is Bolliger And Mabillard, better known as B&M. We have a very good relationship with B&M. We are number 3 of 3 coasters that they have here at Busch Gardens. Although our most recent one that was built is Sea Emperor, all the way out at SeaWorld San Diego. We have a long and storied history, all the way since back when we built Pumbaa back in 1993. So listen out for that 30th anniversary. So when ShieKra was built, it was the tallest, steepest, and fastest dive machine roller coaster in the whole world. It was also the first in North America. They have since lost those titles to our sister coaster Griffin at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, although nobody can take away first from us, and that's where it is in my heart. ShieKra is 200 feet tall. That's actually the first element you're going to see on the ride is our 90-degree, 200-foot drop straight down. When you get to the bottom, you're going about 70 miles per hour. When you pull up into our loop, you're pulling 4.5 G. That is more force that you're feeling than you would feel on a space shuttle launch. So we like to say we're pretty forceful. Our loop is 148 foot tall inland loop. As it goes through, that's going to come out and go through our 360-degree carousel. That's going to pull into our one and only mid-course brake run. That's at the top of our 138-foot underground through a tunnel drop. It's going to go through there under our water feature, around another turn, through our splashdown, which is one of my favorite features. If you're ever here at night, we light it up. It's really, really pretty. Alright, we're going to go behind the scenes now, alright? Everyone stick with us. Awesome. Staircase over there. It is a bit skinny. Some people find it steep. If you need to use the handrails, please go ahead and use them. When we do get upstairs, please keep your eyes out. There's a lot of low-hanging objects. We're going to go up there and head off to the right, and then we're going to take you through different mechanisms on the coaster. Everyone here? Awesome. Here's the light switch.
Oh yeah. Underneath the dive machine. This is so legit, guys. Look at this. Look at these wheels. These are so cool.
Welcome to upstairs in the ShieKra coaster barn. I'm not going to try and compete with ShieKra right now. I'll let it go. Alright, everyone welcome to upstairs in the ShieKra coaster barn. This is kind of like the bedroom, so to speak, of our coasters. They come in here every single night. We take them off and then we put them back on every single morning. We do have 5 coasters here at ShieKra. That's 5 different trains that we can technically all run at once. The most you're ever really going to see is 4. That's because at least one of our trains is always downstairs getting its annual maintenance because we are a 365-day park. Most other parks, they're seasonal. They get that full-time couple months where they can really get down and get into the nitty-gritty of it. We don't have that luxury, so we're always running with one of them in maintenance. Right now, we do have 2 of them in here. That one is receiving a current update to its wheel. This one we put in here special for you guys. We like to call this one our pretty one. A lot of people wonder, how do we get the train on and off the track? As you can see, if you look that way, there is no track, there's more building. Well, if you look at that catwalk over there, that is our transfer track. That can move side to side, the train's on top of it. That would come on over with the train on the red track. Once that lines up with the sort of railings in here, these tires right here are gonna move it back. Just add your little wheels on the side of what we call the chassis, that's that big, most of what you would consider the coaster. Those are there only for use inside of here. Otherwise, running on those yellow wheels. All right, let's have a look at some of the mechanics. Well, roller coasters are one big just sort of question of gravity. We're dealing with potential energy. Obviously, if we want to get all that potential energy, we're going to get you up real high. So we actually use our chain lift motor to get you up there. We use a system called chain dogs. We actually have 3 of them here. We got one in the front and one in the back. Their only purpose is to get you up. They're going to engage with that chain that you see going up the middle. That's this big hunk of metal right here. That's how we get you up 47 degrees, 205 feet, all the way to the best office in Tampa. Honestly, on a nice clear day, you can see all the way to the Skyway Bridge. Even if it's not a clear day, you can clearly point out Emily Arena, Raymond James. It's the view's spectacular from up there. You don't have to be standing up there. That's why we have you spin all the way around in that horseshoe. Gives you spectacular 360 degrees of Central Florida. Obviously, if you're going up, we don't want you to come back. That's why we use these saw teeth right here. These are called our anti-rollbacks. They're in sets all along the coaster. If you ever wonder what the telltale click-clack of a coaster going up the hill, that is your anti-rollbacks just going on and on and on. That's all they do, is they engage with saw teeth and they make sure you don't go backwards. The train can only go one direction on the coaster, and that is up and then down. So we are a dive machine coaster. That is the model of our ride here. One of the things that we like to do to sort of just bring up the scare factor is we like to dangle you over the edge. A lot of people do think that that's going to be a brake that holds you. We actually don't use a brake. There's a second chain located right at the very top of the drop. That's going to engage with this right here. This is called our drop dog. When the train comes to that top of the lift, you're going to kind of hear it a little bit muffled, but all it does is it runs, and then falls down just like that. The entire 20,000-pound weight of the whole coaster rests on this, just to make sure that you are on the edge of your seat. It's that anticipation feeling that you're gonna feel. If you're in the front row, the world's gonna stand still. If you're in the back, hold on tight. So we actually have a series of sensors up there at the top. It's gonna track the position as you go over the edge. You never really do come to a full and complete stop. You could be fooled. When you realize that you get down to the far enough, it's actually going to speed up that chain motor there at the top of the drop. If you're in the front, it's going to feel like you're free falling. If you're in the back, you're going to be catapulted over the edge. Ever been skydiving? That's what it feels like. We want to slow you down, obviously. Part of the fun is making sure you can get back on the ride again. So we engage 3 different kinds of brakes here. We have these fins on the side. These are our magnetic fin brakes. They're going to engage with static magnets that are actually throughout every brake run. They do most of the braking here at the ride. All they're going to do is take that kinetic energy and transfer it into heat. That's going to slow you right on down. Once you're slowed down to a certain point, these big pads here on the side, those are our friction brakes. This is what's going to bring you to a full and complete stop. That's those little clamps that you're going to see. You're going to see those on basically every roller coaster. Now we do have a secret third brake. Most people don't even realize that they've gone through it. Those are those giant big scoops at the back there. Those rooster tails that you see when we go through the water feature are more than just for show. They are functional. They do about 20 to 30% of the braking of the coaster, and you don't even realize you're going through it. We are capable of running without those water scoops, However, the braking at the end of the brake run will be more intense. We find it's less comfortable for our passengers, and also doesn't look as cool. So you're always going to see those roof details unless there's some sort of maintenance thing going on. One final thing. So these we call trucks. That is the wheel assembly. There are 6 sets, 6 wheels. That's a lot of wheels that we have here. They're arranged into 3 groups on the bottom here. These are typical of every coaster that goes upside down. These are called uplift or up stop wheels. Here on the side, we call these guide wheels. Guide is on the side, ha 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 ha. Pretty easy to remember. On top, we have these road wheels. This is what the coaster's actually gonna run on. These wheels can spin for days. Note the contour to the track. They go up and down, and they twist side to side. Any questions before we head back downstairs? Alright, so you know how I was talking about the annual maintenance? This is train number 5. She is about 3/4 of the way through her annual maintenance. They're just making sure every part gets checked, every I gets dotted, every T gets crossed. We want to make sure the ride is completely okay before we even put it upstairs, much less put it on the coaster. But right here, we do have an excellent opportunity to show you actually how the locking mechanism works. So underneath the coaster, there is spring-held clamps. They're gonna hold the coaster in a locked position. Those seats in a locked position, unless it is in the station and they're powered unlocked. There are pneumatic pistons inside the station that do that. So you'll see here there are 3 different holes. There's one big one right here. There's 2 little ones right here. There's a big one right here that's going to take this big, what we call a key. That's what this little bar right here is. That's going to engage, that's going to be interlocked with this big ratchet right here. That's going to sit in the middle, right in there. They're going to engage. Sit right there. 2 little bars right here are each going to hold 4 each of one of these. These are the actual locking fingers themselves. It just takes one of these for you to be safe. We have 8 of them. So we're going to make sure that you're extra super duper safe. All the seats get locked at the same time. All the seats get unlocked at the same time as well. Alright, we're going to put you on the ride. And then once we're done with you guys on the ride, we're going to give you one more thing, alright? So please don't run away, alright?
Guys, this has been super cool so far. Very informative and just totally awesome. We're gonna go actually ride right now too, so it's getting even better.
All the way up to the top. Luckily, if we have the trolley, it's not so bad, but if we do have to take this, we have to go all the way up. So, in which case, whenever we go up there to get you guys out, we have to wear the harnesses. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the harnesses. Count yourself fortunate if you have not. Right? So, Stuart. So whenever we have to go up to the top in case one of our trains gets stuck up on the coaster, we're gonna put these guys on to try and get up there and get you guys out. Right? This is gonna be very loud. Say we have to go up these stairs wearing these harnesses, we can take 1 row off of the coaster at a time. So we have 8 guests to 2 ambassadors. In which case we're going to give you guys a nice little belt with a couple little clips to help yourselves come down while we're using these. Alright, we're never going to let you guys come down without them. Just to give you guys an idea of how much some of these weigh, go ahead and give that a feel.
Pretty heavy.
Yeah.
50, 60?
She's got weight to it, there's no doubt about that. And that's what we have to wear the entire time while we're going up and down those roofs, getting everybody out, moving all those pieces. So each train, there's going to be 24. Each row of 8.
Somebody just took down. I'm pretty sure people have to go up and down.
Back on this side, if you were to look up, there's these little boxes that are on the side of our stairs. Those are actually our floor pieces that we have to manually take out and build to help get you guys out. So those floor pieces, usually big metal pieces, interconnecting and all that, it takes a little bit sometimes. It can be a little heavy. The heaviest pieces actually that we have are down here in the station more than anything. So these guys on the back here, these are our lanyards. Actually, every single one of our ambassadors that works here trains on how to do this. From supervisors all the way down to a lot of the new guys that we get coming in, we train them on how to do this evac. So if we have more people that we have that know how to do it, the faster we can be. So the mechanics are the ones that have to stay down low just in case something were to happen. They're the ones that drive the trolley, and they're the ones that will stay in the panel to try and fix any kind of issues. But as far as actually going up there and getting everybody out, that's gonna be on us. We will do everything we can to get you out. Yes, these things on the back are our lanyards. These are what keep us tethered. As you see, they're pretty hefty.
Yeah.
So we have a man-safe cable up here that we hook onto on those stairs. We have to have these on at all times to make sure that we ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Actually, up on the lift is where you see the craziest look when we're doing the evac. Since it's on an incline, we have to build force to be able to stand on a level surface to be able to get you guys out.
Yeah.
So it's a whole look up there. And you see, I mean, we still have our gloves, our safety blankets. A lot of these bags that we have here are going to have a lot of our shoes because a lot of guests do take off their shoes on our ride. So we will bring up some shoes. We will bring up a whole entire case of water as well to give everybody water while they're up there while we're trying to work on getting them out. Yep.
So I used to work at Seawater, and I know every now and then they say it was required, but I'm pretty sure we get it for fun. Every morning we would climb up to the top of the lift, just to get a nice bird's eye view.
I mean, there are times, especially once the park closes, especially the 6 o'clock closings, we will go up to the top. We'll do lost article searches up there, make sure there's no items in our nets and all that. We'll go up top. So if you're leaving the park and you see people walking around up there, that's us kind of getting a good look up there, making sure everything's good.
And also, quick question, like one time on YouTube, I saw a guy who rode his coaster on the mid course, like he was stopped but in the rain, so like what would you guys do in that scenario?
So, it's an interesting question. So as long as the ride is operational, we will still pull them into station. Now if they get stuck up there and it's raining, we still have to go up there and get them out. No matter what weather condition it is, we are to go up there and get them out if the ride were to get stuck. Alright guys, we're going to make our way back around this way and we're going to get you guys on.
Totally heading up this back staircase, guys. We're gonna get a ride. Totally getting on the dive machine again today. Upside down, all around, flip it around, and then dive it down.
Y disfrute de su día aquí en Busch Gardens.
Oh yeah, we're going up another staircase. This one is off limits to guests, so we're going up here and checking this out. Oh yeah.
Por favor, entre a la montaña rusa
Totally above the station right now.
Bajen sus barras de seguridad hasta su cintura y pónganse los cinturones de seguridad.
Oh yeah.
You not pay attention when you said you'd be going in the city control booth? Where were you?
Everything that's going on with the ride from up here is my favorite place. So you guys, what it actually looks like with all of the cones completely down. You get a full view of underneath. You see all of our ticket tires and everything. A lot of these green guys you see down here are going to be our motor sensors. We have our front switches and all that. You guys look over here at our panel window. You'll see 2 sets of numbers and their color. The number on the left says a 2. That tells you how many people we have on the platform. So that could change, since we're in a single station, we're going to change from 2 to 3 if we needed to. If we're in a dual station, we'll have a train down here on the front side and a train down on the back side. We can run as many as 6 people out on our platform at one time. The number that you see on the far right of over here, that way we can keep track of our route. So we can change that as needed. If we say we have a route guest that comes up and we only have train 2 in station, we can change it to 2. That way we can keep track of
safety harness and watch your step as you exit to your left, taking all personal belongings with you. Thank you and enjoy your day at Busch Gardens.
People right now, so my first group of 2 come on in, everyone else can we just wait out here. It's very cramped in here. There's already 2 people in here.
Back out.
Please step into the post.
And it'll be right there next to the table.
Pull in your
Awesome. Okay, I just need to show off. Okay, welcome to our operational panel. Right here is our lovely ambassador, Evan.
Hi, Evan.
So right now, he is in charge of the major operations of the ride. He is making sure that the platform ambassadors are doing their job. He's coordinating breaks, he's communicating with supervisors, and he's talking to guests using our PA system. So I'll walk you through a typical dispatch, or how we normally do a full cycle. So when a train comes in, the train's brain is going to automatically bring up those floors that move down. It's going to close those gates, and then once those are both done, then all seats are going to unlock by themselves through the train's computer. After that point, it's all a manual process. Those guests are going to come off. Our ambassador over there on the left, they're going to open up our loading gates. Those are going to let guests on. Then the ambassadors on platform, they're kind of in charge of making sure ride restrictions are being met. Once, but since the seats are unlocked, there's a button over next to his left hand. There's a little orange button right there. That's the lock button. That's going to lock all 24 or 48 seats, depending on how many stations we're in. It's going to lock all of them all at the same time. Once they're locked, they can't be unlocked, except from individually through our panel system, and it has to be by request of platform ambassador. Once those seats are locked, each of those ambassadors is going to individually check all 24 seats. They're going to make sure each harness is properly locked, each seat belt is properly engaged. Only once every single seat is checked off, and only once the platform ambassadors feel confident, they're going to go back to their positions. They're going to put their hands on what we call position sensors, which is that little yellow thing you see over there on the right, or behind those silver boxes on the left. When they're both in position, it's going to give us a green light up here. That's when we get to go ahead to press our big green buttons, and that's going to allow us to dispatch the train. The train is not going to leave the station or come into the station, so everywhere from that transfer track all the way to right underneath the panel right here, nobody's going to be moving unless all hands are in stations.
Do we have to push both of the advanced buttons?
Both of them, yes. Alright.
What's up, baby?
Pretty fun.
Congratulations, guys, on your promotions. Awesome, crazy things here backstage at Busch Gardens. Now we get to go back down the stairs and have the rest of our fun day. Oh, this moving an associate rope that we're not supposed to move. Oh, it's on the other side. Duh. Seriously, guys, shout out to Corey and the rest of the people here at Busch Gardens for like totally taking us on this awesome tour of ShieKra. Like, we seriously got to see so much cool stuff, like just maintenance wise and like everything about how this coaster works, from the panel and literally everything. So he actually told me he's gonna take me on another tour of one of the other attractions here. So I'm gonna go hang out for a bit, and you know I'm so gonna film all that. Love that. Such a good time here at Busch Gardens today. And thank you guys to Busch Gardens for doing this crazy cool tour today, and to Corey and to Stuart for taking time out of their day to show me a little bit extra of this amazing park. I mean, it's super awesome, and that really made my day. You know, you guys went above and beyond for that, and that was really cool. You know, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked it. You know, I hope you enjoy the content of today. So please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe here on YouTube. And as you know, we're always going to go to another park. Every day, always, anyway.
Hi, we're at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, and we subscribe to Pride Coasters Club. You should too.
Jump aboard our rainbow train as the train launches forward and away. Prepare for the G-forces and loops ahead. Along the way, we will be laughing and screaming all the way. Come join us for the adventures of Pride Coaster Club. For the adventures of Pride